Up, guys? I'm here to do a recap and review of Death Becomes Her. We start off the story off with Madeline. Madeline is a aging Hollywood star. She's doing a play. The play is awful. But to Helen, her frenemy, is and her husband or fiance to be is great because Ernest is a fan of Madeline's. Okay, unbeknownst to him, Helen and Madeline, they have a relationship where basically Madeline is always in competition with Helen. Every time Helen gets someone, Madeline takes them, and this is the same thing she does with Ernest. Okay, so they go to the show and everything. Introduce. Look, Madeline had a horrible time. The people, her assistants, they're getting tired of her. Everything, she worn out, she's through. Okay, but when as soon as Helen comes in, she got to put the fake camaraderie on and everything, and basically start the competition along with Helen. So what ends up happening, Helen is reassured by Ernest, like, no, I'm not interested in Madeline. She's self-absorbed. She is one of those Hollywood girls. She would never take a guy like me. Helen is so insecure and everything, but her thoughts and stuff end up coming true.
Absolutely no interest in Madeline Ashton.
Madeline destroys Ernest's career. He is a plastic surgeon. He is now a mortician. Okay, he does wonderful work, but he is doing dead body. He has become a drunk and everything because
you take everything I have to give. You always have. You're not even a man anymore, and I need a man, a real man, not some drunken, broken down, flaccid undertaker.
Said Madeline was faking the funk. She is making his life a living hell. She is Asian in Hollywood. Y'all know how that go. And she ain't feeling herself. She's always getting these stupid procedures and everything, and it's driving her and Ernest crazy. She talks about him, she cheats on him with younger men and everything, and he just going with the flow. Okay, so what ends up happening, we see Helen 7 years later. She has put on the pound. She's in psychiatric care and everything, because what ends up happening, she's running out, she's not paying the rent. She's gonna become a cat lady, everything. What ends up happening is she just can't get over how Madeline did it to her again. And what ends up happening, she goes crazy. So she's going crazy. While she's going crazy, she's put in a home, but she finally gets the grand idea to get even with Helen. So what ends up happening, we go back to Madeline. Madeline then had all the procedures in the world, so she gets a card by somebody that's working at her facial place or whatever. And basically she throws it away or whatever, because she like, look, if y'all can't help me today, it is what it is. So what ends up happening, Helen is having a book tour, okay? And we all know Helen to be fat and just depressed and everything. But when we get there, because Madeline, y'all know she still got that old shave going on for Helen. She goes there, she fakes the portrait. Then she finds out that she looking fine and everything. She goes crazy. She go home. She ends up going and being all depressed and going to see her lover. Her lover is actually with someone his age. Oh my gosh. So this makes her feel even better. So what ends up happening, she sees her running makeup and her horrible skin in the mirror, and she decides to take a chance and going to the witch doctor. That's what I'm gonna call it. So anyways, we find out that this lady has the fountain of youth.
Bottoms up. No warning.
Says after 10 years you have to go into hiding, because that's the consequence. Nobody can see where you're getting your love and stuff from. So of course Madeline, she goes home, rubs in her face that she don't need Ernest, everything.
Tragic, boozy, flaccid clown. That's
sticking up the joint. Unbeknownst to her, Helen's in the picture. She done got Ernest to want to snuff Madeline. Okay, so that's what ends up happening. They come up with this extremely strange plan to get rid of her. But of course, it doesn't go into fruition, because what ended up happening, Ernest got played by by Madeline so bad that he got so frustrated that he knocks Madeline down the steps.
You pushed me.
I'm so sorry.
Help me! Help me! Hurry! Help me! Hurry up, you wimp!
Oh no.
To him, he doesn't know that Madeline is alive. He thinks his plan is going through. He calling Helen, she telling him to call the police, everything is going crazy. Then we see this, and then what ends up happening, they go to the doctor. The doctor says her she's clinically dead and everything. He hooks her up and everything, and yeah, that's basically the point of the story. So when they get into with each other, we find out that Helen has got the same thing that Madeline has from the doctor, because Helen comes there thinking that Madeline's dead. Madeline pulls a shotgun on her and everything, because Ernest done hooked her up. She looking real nice, and might add that Meryl Streep looks really good with blonde hair. So anyways, yeah, that's how they find out. And so they try to hustle Ernest into getting it, because instead of saying they love him, they want to use him to keep their bodies together, because y'all know it, hint back at the story, he's good with making bad dead bodies beautiful. Okay, so he is getting tired of them. They come out with a sick plan to get a drink for him. So what ends up happening, he takes the drink, runs with it, goes off a ledge, he falls off with it. But we find out at the end of the story that he didn't die. I'm like, dang, y'all done ran Ernest off everything. What ends up happening, Ernest survived, but he had a beautiful life, everything. We get to the end of the movie and they're at the funeral and everything, and he done had kids and everything. They done had nothing. Once they are unveiled, you see that they've been trying to hook each other up with paint, wires, everything. Okay, popsicle sticks, you name it. They look a horrible mess. They get into another argument and they fall down the steps and they break the stuff apart. So
Moral of the story is be your earnest, don't be like them. Peace.